Hey everybody, I hope you're having, oh, that was really, really loud. I did not mean to start it out that loud. Let's start again. Hey everyone. I was like, hey everybody. That's aggressive. That's an aggressive start for the day. We don't need aggression. There's no reason to have any aggression today. So let's just calm it down a bit and be like, hey everybody, welcome. How you doing today? I'm Jenna. I think you know me already, right? You've maybe watched a video or two, maybe not. If not, welcome. If you have, welcome to you too. So let's talk about storms. Last night we had one heck of a storm here at the farm. It was kind of one of those that just not really snuck up on us because my husband texted me from work early in the day and said, hey, there's a storm coming through. Batten down the hatches and get ready. In other words, get the farm ready for a storm. So I did. I took the leaf blower up on the roof. That was a good time until I sneezed and everybody thought I fell off the roof because I'm a loud sneezer. If you can make your family think that you fell off the roof just from the sound of your sneeze when you're on top of the roof over a leaf blower going, you know you're a loud sneezer, which is why when I have a cold, like a sneezy cold where I'm sneezing a lot, we don't go to church because I would, oh my gosh, in the middle of church, I'd be like, hey, I sneeze so loud. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about storms, although my sneeze is like a storm. And I just got my hair cut today, so I might play with it a little bit because it's like the beachy wave, which I usually don't do, but I love, but I don't do because usually I can't. I'm not good at doing my hair. Anyways, let's go back to the storm. Raining cats and dogs last night, and you all know I really don't need any more cats and dogs. We have 7 huge dogs and 18, actually no, I think we're up to 21 now. Are we at 18? I don't know. I'm gonna have to count. We have a lot of cats, all rescue cats. Wonderful. Every single one of them rescued. Every single one of them now spayed and neutered. The 3 kittens just got spayed and neutered. So yeah, every cat on the farm is spayed and neutered and so well taken care of. But anyways, I don't need any more cats and dogs. So the fact that it was raining cats and dogs is really not good for me. Literally, it was crazy. No, not really literally. There were no cats and dogs coming from the sky. But anyways, Kevin had gone up to bed. I was going to wait for Jackson to get home from work because I'm that mom who thinks storms, deer, drunk drivers, everyone is out to kill my son. And so I always wait for him to get home from work or anywhere that he is. I always wait up for him just to see him come through the door, give him a hug, tell him I love him, and then I usually head up to bed. But last night, it was the storm that got me worried. So I'm like, oh, lightning's going to hit him as he's driving home. It didn't. It was all good. He got home in one piece. He came through the door. He was just getting ready to warm up his supper because he worked till like 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And so he's just getting ready to warm up his supper and huge flash of light and a bolt. Power went out. Lightning, power went out. So there's like, we checked online, there's like 20 outages around, you know, hundreds of people are without power. And poor Jackson cannot heat up his food for supper. I felt so bad for him. And then he's like, I just wanted a nice cold Coke. And I'm like guarding the fridge. Do not open the fridge. You do not. There's mom code number 1 or mom rule number 1 in a storm, part of the mom code. You do not open that fridge. That fridge needs to keep all the coldness in because we don't know how long the power is going to be out. And for that food to stand the best chance of survival, we need to keep that fridge locked shut. You do not open the fridge and let any of the cold out. You don't do it. So my sons know, my husband knows, I am like the fridge Gestapo. You know, I will risk life and limb to keep that fridge closed. So he started looking at that fridge like his cold Cokes were in there just being held hostage in the beautiful coldness of the fridge, and I wasn't having it. Like, I was not having it. I literally stood in front of the fridge and was just like, no. And he left the kitchen. So then I sat at the kitchen table and ate some leftover salsa that we had from supper that I hadn't put in the fridge yet. It was just sitting on the counter. And so I was having salsa and chips, just guarding the fridge, just watching so he couldn't come in and get anything out of the fridge. And so we have plenty of stuff in the pantry the kid could eat. Not a big deal. So he got some chips or something else. I don't even know. But he's a big boy. It'll be okay. And so the other thing, though, All right, so when we lose power, the other thing, when we lose power, we don't have water. We use rainwater. We collect it in our cistern from the roof of our garage in our house. It goes down to the eaves. We have guards on the eaves, and then it goes down the downspout, and we've got a filter system, everything like that, and then it goes into a huge underground cistern, a cement. It's like 2 rooms. There's like a little doorway through them, but it's just a cement room underground that keeps the water from freezing and getting too hot in the winter. It stays cool all the time, never hot, never frozen. But anyways, the water runs into there, and then we draw it up from the cistern using a pump, right? And so that's how we get water in our house. We have electricity run the pump. But recently the foot valve had failed, and the foot valve's at the bottom of the cistern, so we had to drain the cistern, and while we drained it, we cleaned it out, everything like that. I get to talking fast and it just blurs together. I replaced the foot valve. I did all the plumbing, redid all the plumbing, everything like that, so it's all good to go. But this was the first time that we were going to lose electricity on our pump and see if that foot valve held up to hold the water, and so that we didn't have to reprime the pump. So I had to stay up and wait for the power to come back on because I wanted to see if the pump held its prime, because if the pump didn't hold its prime, it would just keep running and running and running and running and burn up the motor. Or I can't remember all the issues, but it wouldn't be good if the pump was trying to run without the prime. Yeah, so I had to stay up and wait for the power to come back on. And so I did. And so as I was waiting up, I literally witnessed the phases of anarchy with my sons of when we have a power outage. When you lose power and you realize you have the battery life left on that phone and that's it, you don't have the option to plug it in and recharge it, you get a little weird about the use of that phone, and you get a little freaked out about the fact that you might not be able to use it. You might, because there's nothing else to do. You know, you've got candlelight, it's dark out, so it's not like you can go outside. Well, you don't want to go outside anyways if it's raining. But so my boys, they started eyeing the charger packs. We have a couple of those. Well, actually Jackson does. He's the one that bought them. Like those little black charger packs where they're like mobile. You can plug in your phone or whatever and charge it off these little mobile blocks. So they kind of start eyeing those. And I think like as in like to grab them and hoard them. Like we're going into hoarding situation mode with my boys in this circumstance, in this storm power outage circumstance. I didn't know at the apocalypse, which I guess is what my boys thought was happening, I didn't know that those charger blocks would be like the thing to hoard. But Gunnar found one underneath. They've got like a table behind the couch where they have their laptops, and Gunnar found one plugged in the power strip below that table, and he eyed it, and so he grabbed it real quick, and Jackson said, don't use it yet, don't use it yet, you can use it but don't use it yet. And Gunnar's like, well, I'm gonna plug my phone in now, and Jackson's like, no, what's your power? And he's like, I got like 80%. And Jackson's like, don't plug it in until you get to 20%. Now Jackson is 20 years old and Gunnar is 15, so a 20-year-old and a 15-year-old fighting over something electronic. I just grabbed a bottle of water and a bag of popcorn. I sat back and I'm just enjoying the show because these boys, it was about to get real. I mean, it was about to get real. And so Gunnar did some sort of sleight of hand, and the charger block thing disappeared. And so I'm thinking, did he put it down his pants? Because I didn't see, it's dark, of course, we've got candles lit and everything like that, which, I mean, mood lighting for the fight, wonderful. But I didn't see exactly where he put it. And so I wasn't sure if Jackson was going to go and dig in his brother's pants to try to get the charger block out. I didn't know what levels and what depth my son was willing to go to get the charger block back. And I wasn't for sure that Gunnar had put it down his pants. It didn't seem like something that Gunnar would do, but desperate times maybe call for desperate situations. And so I just sat back just watching, just to see what was going to happen. And so Jackson asked him, he's like, dude, where'd you put it? And Gunnar's like, I don't know, frisk me, bro, frisk me. So I'm like, seriously, my boys don't ever physically really get into it. But it was about to get real over a charger pack. And so Jackson takes a couple steps towards him, and Gunnar's like, real quick, pulls out, he's like, it's in my pocket, because he knew his brother was about to throw down on him for a charger pack. So it diffused rather quickly, and I was kind of like, oh, that was, not what I was looking for. I was looking for a show. You know, I have to sit here and wait for the stupid power to come back on. I'm looking for a show of some sort. And I didn't even get a show. But so the boys are just like walking around, just like, I don't know what to do. I'm so bored. I don't know what to do. What should we do? And I am not here to entertain you. I am here to enjoy coffee mixed with, and not coffee like drinking, coffee scented candle mixed with, I think we had a snowflake scented candle mixed with flannel sheets scented candle mixed with, I think there was like a glowing embers scented candle. All of the scents of these candles that I had lit just started mixing. They started mixing to a potpourri bowl of, it was getting a little much. It was getting a little much in the Conway household. We are used to diffusing a very like a eucalyptus spearmint mix, so it's a very fresh smell. But these were very like comforting, earthy smells, and they were all mixing together, except for the snowflake. That was a little bit of a lighter scent, but the other ones were a little overpowering, and it was getting a little strong in the house. And I was just like, mental note, have unscented candles for when the power goes out. But yeah, it was insane. And so then my neighbor texted just to say, just to let you know, I have your dog here because we have one of our Great Pyrenees whenever there's a storm. And I go out to say, okay, Fuzzy, time to come inside because I know you're freaked out about storms. She looks at me and she runs to our neighbor's house. And then our neighbor lets her in and she gets to hang out with our neighbor. And it drives me nuts because I feel bad for our neighbor that she's got 3 dogs of her own. And then she has to let mine in because she's the most loving woman in the world. And so she does. But she texted and it was late at night. So I know the woman wanted to go to bed. And she's like, hey, I got your dog here. I got Fuzzy here just in case, you know, whenever the rain lets up, if you want to come get her, that's great. And so the rain was starting to let up. I'm like, I'll bring an umbrella, electrocution, that'll be great. So I'll bring an umbrella and come and get her. So I'm making like the walk of shame over to my neighbor's house to get my dog who does not listen to me. I'm a dog trainer, all right? You think I could train dogs? You can't train a Great Pyrenees. You can't. That's why I think there's no Great Pyrenees in the show ring anywhere, because I know there are, but I don't think they're real Great Pyrenees. I think they dress them up because you can't train a Great Pyrenees to do anything. You just can't. You can't. You say sit, they stand there. You say lay down, they just stand there. You say stand, and they sit. They're the most horrible dogs ever. They do it on their time if they want to. Anyways. So I went over and got Fuzzy, and she's like half dragging me back, and she never drags me on the leash, but she's like, it is stormy, we need to get inside. So I bring her back inside. So at this point now we have like 1,000,000 dogs in the house because all of our dogs seem to be scared of storms. But, I mean, granted, we usually have 4 or 5 dogs in the house regularly anyways. But our Great Pyrenees are supposed to be out. You know, rain, storms, coyotes, they're supposed to protect the farm. So coyotes, just a PSA here, if you want to come kill every goat, chicken, rabbit on our farm, just wait for a storm. And all of our Pyrenees will be freaked out in the house and you can have your pickings because they're hot little messes. But anyways, so it was a great night. We had fun with the boys. We talked, we chatted, we bonded. In the olden days, we'd always get out the pictures and like look over the pictures and the picture books and stuff and our photo albums. And it was so nice. But as they've gotten older, they're really not into it anymore. And it's just kind of like, oh. So I just chilled on my phone and watched TikTok. And that's how we rode out the storm. The storm of October. What day was it? 10th? No, 12th? 15th? 14th? I don't know, whatever day it was last night. We rode out that storm. And then the power came on at about 1 o'clock this morning. The pump fared beautifully. I'm not even kidding. The pump did awesome. Turned on. We had water right away when the water came back up. Every light came on in the house. Your house is so quiet. When the power's out, just everything is quiet. You don't realize how much of a hum of a refrigerator or how much the whatever of whatever. It is so quiet. Just a flicker of a candle when the power is out. And I love when the power's out. I am all about like Little House on the Prairie style kind of stuff. But, and I love storms, but oh my goodness, it was just so quiet. And then when everything came back on at once, it was like, our house is deafening. It was just crazy. So I want to hear what you guys do when there's a storm at your place, any traditions you have, how you guys rode out the storm last night. And some of you, I don't think even lost power. But yeah, so that's how we did it. So I love you guys. And I just want to say, have a really great day today. I still have been watching TikTok. I am still loving TikTok. Some of it, I get videos where there's a lot of swearing and that drives me nuts. I wish I could say if they're swearing, I don't want to listen to it. But I just scroll through really quick. And there's a lot of young girls with like cleavage or whatever, but I just scroll through those really quick too. And I'm getting less and less of those on my For You feed thing or whatever. So it's kind of cool. I'm getting a lot of puppies. There was a deer licking a kitten the other day in a video. That's adorable. A lot of military stuff that I'm coming home. Okay, seriously. If I cry one more time of I'm coming home with reuniting a kid with a deployed father that comes home, or a mother, or a kid that comes home and surprises his mother from him being in the military, I have no tears left for it. I have no tears left for it. And so I'm still going to do a TikTok video where I explain my infatuation with this TikTok. And I know I'm 40. I shouldn't be looking on TikTok. I shouldn't be posting videos on TikTok. But if you want to check out You Betcha Jenna on TikTok, I'm there. Look, a really cool video of Axel, like a slow motion video of Axel running, which is cool. But yeah, I'm liking TikTok. My boys are making fun of me horribly for liking TikTok. I don't even care. I am unapologetically saying I like it. That JT Laybourne guy that's passing out the hats and the good vibes and stuff like that, he swears once in a while, which I'm not a fan of that. But the message is good, and he's a nice guy, like in his 30s or 40s. He's got 3 kids and stuff. If he can be on TikTok, I can be on TikTok. He's, I think, like the same age as me. He just looks a lot younger, and he's got a lot more energy. I know, more energy than me. It's crazy. But he's pretty cool. I showed him, I like watching his videos. I showed him to my mom friends at football on Monday, and they made fun of me because they were thinking, oh, it's probably like this cute little kid, and it was like this 40-year-old guy with these blue eyes, and they're just like, that's creepy that you're watching him. And I'm like, I like his positivity. I like his upbeatness, and he's just a fun guy, and he's like spreading some good positivity, some good vibes out, so that's cool. But yeah, I am going to make a whole video about me loving TikTok, and I watch TikTok when I have nothing else to do. When I'm washing dishes, I like to put up some TikTok. And then when I'm folding laundry, I like to watch some TikTok. So it's not like I'm doing it, you know, like when I should be doing other things. I'm doing it while I'm doing other things. So I think that's the healthiest way to do this social media stuff, is to make it your entertainment, which is what it is. It's entertainment, and it is an outreach platform, I guess. I hope if you guys watch my videos and like it makes you smile at all. I mean, I want there to be smile. Look, when I smile, you've got the lines. I mean, I've got the lines. When you smile, I want you to get those lines. These are good lines to have, you guys. The smile lines are good lines. Those are good wrinkles to have, darn it. They are. And if I give you one of those lines, I know you hate me for it because you don't want to have those lines. If I give you one of those lines, my job is done, because now you're wrinkly and I'm not the only one. No, really, if I make you smile at all, ever, my job is done. If you're having a bad day and any one of my videos is like, okay, I smiled for a second, I'm all about that, okay? If you are just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say, but I hope any one of these videos brings a smile to your face at any time, because that's the goal. There's no other goal. I don't make money doing this. I don't get any kind of clout from my kids for doing this. I don't get any pats on the back. This is purely for fun, for just to lighten the mood, my mood, your mood, everybody's mood. I enjoy making videos of just the goofy stuff that happens in my day. And so I look forward to sharing that with folks, because I have heard from a few folks that it makes them smile. And so I'm going to keep doing it because of that. And it helps me. I like to talk. We live out in the middle of nowhere. My husband works all day. My boys are getting older and they're busy with their thing. I have fewer and fewer people to talk to. So I get to talk to lots of people, not lots, but I get to talk to like 10 or 15 people at once, sometimes with this. And so that's awesome. I love you guys. Do what you can with what you have, wherever you are. And you guys have the best day ever. All right. Thank you so much for watching today from the top of the lane. We'll see you later.